Today I'm talking about a game called Jacked Up on the MetaQuest platform. You'll find it down below with 10% off through my link. And I mean no disrespect to the creators of this. They gave me this key. I appreciate it, but I gotta say what I'm gonna say, and that's it. And what I gotta say is that it's pretty gay.
Need this fantasy.
So to start off, you would think that a game that centers around these characters that are buff and genderless, it's 2025, so it's much more like USS Callister from Black Mirror, to where it's like these buff dudes with like six packs and raw ass cheeks, just all hanging it out, just clapping away as they exercise. But then, like, as you examine further, it's just like this bald nub where something else might be. And it's all the characters. It's all just very, like, Barbie-ish. And you look at the muscles and think to yourself, well, okay, this is an exercise game. I'm gonna lift. I'm gonna jump. It's jacked up. I'm gonna do some exercise, and this is gonna get me to work out. And then someday, I'll look like whatever this is.
I could go for a shake or two. Just chillin', maxin', relaxin'.
But there's no exercise to this. There's none. Like, you step onto a platform and it's like a bunch of, I'm gonna call them dudes, but they're like sitting there doing push-ups and lifting weights and like looking at themselves in the mirror and getting themselves all gassed up. And then it's like there's a button that you press and it's okay. Are you ready to get jacked up too? I feel like this was initially going to be called something else. It was going to be like jacked, and then they were like, no, we can't do that. Up. And so you push this button and then a door opens, and from there it's platforms. And there were like dozens and dozens of platforms, similar to the game Jump from like 2016, which I've touched on in the past. And when you touch the platform, it throws you into the air. And so it's all about you, how quickly in the fewest moves can you bounce, be thrust up on this platform to the next one to get to the very top, and that's it. And then when you're up there, you'll find a bunch of these genderless weirdos that are kind of doing push-ups and being like, yeah. But then as you progress and you make it from one level to the next, and they throw these hurdles in the way, like fan blades and other objects to make it more difficult to lunge from one platform to the next. And there's a leaderboard, and so can you continue on? Can you get to the top faster than the rest? And in doing so, you unlock new avatars and heads and faces and different accessories to kind of modify your genderless, muscular, throbbing body. Did that turn you on? This game's for you. You're not weird. You're right where you belong. And there are like these like energy drinks and like shakes and stuff that you could like grab and drink because you're thirsty. You could also get like just different accessories. There was one moment where I didn't want to, but it prompted me to like grab this shake off the counter, and I reached for it and it said, you can't do that until you give us a positive review, which I'm not sure how that translates. I'm not sure how they're keeping track of one thing or the other, but it made it clear right there that because of that, and then looking at the game, this game has 5 stars. It has 5 stars. Which is wild. It's crazy. And so it appears, allegedly, it appears as if there is a system in this game where you get accessories for giving 5 stars, which could be an issue, but also, why would you go out of your way to earn that accessory in a game like this? I mentioned at the start that, you might get the impression that you're like working out alongside these guys, that this game is about building muscle and breaking a sweat, getting your heart rate up. But when you're jumping from these platforms, they throw you up just because you're touching them, because your foot touches the pad. It doesn't require any of this to run. It doesn't require you to jump. It's just you and the joysticks. You literally walk forward and then kind of look around and aim, because it's head movement based, to land on the platform that you want. So it requires no energy. I didn't break a sweat for like the 30-40 minutes that I played this. And again, I said at the top that I mean no disrespect to the developers. I talked to them and they seem nice. It's not the worst game I've ever played, but it's the weirdest. It's pretty weird. Like, you can't walk into a room without like being face to face with a bald nub that's just like slacked and hanging down under a set of like abs. It's all very kind of homoerotic, I think, a little bit. And it wasn't until later in the game that I realized that I could walk up to him and punch him in the face. I didn't want to do that because, you know, I have no ill will toward anybody. But as soon as I realized I could, you know, push these guys around, I got to it. And it's basically like, you know, you can punch him in the gut and it doesn't do anything. You could try to trip him, it doesn't do anything. But you slap him across the face and they'll kind of go, oh, 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 and then fall down. And when they do, their legs go scissors like this. Like that girl, Emily, from Exorcism of Emily Rose, when she's like on the floor in her dormitory. That's what it's like. It's very weird. And they all fall like that. When you're walking around, it's very weird. It's like my arm, I'm a tall guy, but my arm extends out quite a ways. But my hand is here, which is weird. And so if I go like that, my hand is here. And if I reach forward, my hand still stays here. It's like I'm a midget. I'm like 3 foot 8 inches. I don't know. The whole thing is very janky. It's very weird. It requires no exercise of you. You will not break a sweat playing this game. And the whole point of this appears to be to upgrade your body so that you can have better abs and a more interesting head on top of a genderless Ken doll Bobby. Like, it's not as if he's clothed. It's not as if he's wearing a loincloth or something. That would have been weird, but, you know, more acceptable than what this is. This is a full naked man with ass cheeks that can like go on for days, and a bald peach-shaped mound just like throbbing under his legs. It's just sitting there. It's just there. Why are you doing this? Why is this a thing? Why are the grown naked men genderless bald things? I'm getting off topic. I only mean to say that it's weird. It doesn't induce exercise. The whole thing is awkward. The body locomotion and mechanics is bizarre. And I don't particularly like this game, but I'm glad these guys sent it to me. And I'm going to call it the weirdest game since Selma. Which that was weird mainly because it was like a deeply perverted, weird, twisted story told from a child's perspective. This is somehow for a demographic of kids that are, I swear to God, 5 or 6 years old, but that demographic wouldn't have access to the headset. Dialogue like this comes off almost perverse.
Big Blue, that's my... Oh no, the kennel! I must have drawn it wrong. It's going up the wall. The water can't do that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I got confused and placed a magic orb at the wrong place. Shh, we have to be quiet. I like to sneak down from my room and steal berries from the kitchen at night. But if we're caught, we're in big trouble.
If you want to watch that, I'm going to pin it right here because it's a doozy. There's nothing wrong with it. It's almost like if you came across, you went to the local park and you found 10 guys swimming and pudding in a kiddie pool. Like, I mean, are they breaking the law? No. I mean, are they like hurting somebody? No. But does it have to be happening? Does this have to be a thing? Why is this happening? If you want this game, you'll find it down below for 10% off. Thank you to my members who support this channel. It means a lot to me. Later this weekend, coming up, I'm going to be doing a marble run, which is going to be a good time. It's only a few bucks to join members, and I would really appreciate you guys joining. The more people we have in this, the funner it's going to be, I promise. Please subscribe and like this video. It does my channel a world of good. The algorithm has been relentless. And hit that notification bell so that you always know when I upload. It would mean a lot to me. And Godspeed.